Happening now at 5:30, two grieving sisters denied closure. Their veteran brother commits suicide, but a legal loophole is keeping them from being able to settle his estate. Good evening. I'm Jameson Euler in for Brendan tonight.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thanks for joining us. All Steve Camerance's sisters wanted to do is pack up his belongings, but his landlord won't let them into his apartment.
ABC Action News investigator Adam Walzer now with how you can keep this same thing from happening to you. Adam?
Well, Jameson, the sisters came from out of state and had no idea there would be any issues in quickly wrapping up their brother's humble estate. But they have since learned that he didn't leave behind the right documentation, and they may have to wait months just to get a few things out of his backpack. If you look at this death certificate,
and I'm listed as the informant,
or this VA healthcare proxy form,
here I appoint the person named below to make decisions about my health care.
It appears clear that Gene Sox and Nancy Camerance were entrusted by their brother, Air Force veteran Stephen Camerance, to handle his affairs. They say they were even listed as emergency contacts on his apartment lease. But after Stephen committed suicide last weekend, they were not allowed inside.
We cannot get in because, one, we were informed we don't have a key and we don't have a court order.
Stephen, who battled physical pain and mental illness, survived on a disability check and subsidized housing. His sisters were hoping that the small backpack where he kept his important documents inside his apartment would be all they needed to settle his affairs. But the manager of his apartment complex says she can't give that to them.
There's no will, there's no power of attorney, nothing. They're not on the lease. I can't give them possession.
The law says she has to wait 60 days before anyone can access Stephen's apartment without the right paperwork.
My hands are tied due to the Florida statutes.
This is how you treat the veterans of America, and this is how you treat their families. We have rules, we have regulations, but rules can be bent.
They really can't do much. If they violate that statute as the landlord, they face actual damages or 3 months' rent, whichever is greater, plus attorney's fees and costs.
Attorney Joseph Alexander says the law means the complex is losing rent and the family will have to delay closing the estate, but rules are rules.
There are statutes in the books that were passed with the intent to help people, but in this particular situation, it hurts both sides.
Now, that attorney says if you live alone, make sure whoever will be your personal representative has a copy of your will and your key. It's also not a bad idea to put that person's name on the lease if possible. The sisters are looking at all of their options to try to resolve this issue before they have to return to their homes in New York and South Carolina. I'm My Team investigator Adam Walzer taking action for you.